Right, hi. So it's Monday here in the UK. Well, I suspect as always it's Monday in other places as well. I I was meant to have gone out camping for 3 days, 2 nights over the weekend, and it didn't end up that way. I ended up just doing one night and then bailing out on the second night. And I thought, I've got some video footage up until the point where a disaster happened. I didn't catch the disaster on camera. So when I got home, I thought, should I just delete the footage and pretend nothing had happened? Or do I actually make a video out of all of this and share it with you guys? So that's what I'm doing. Now, I'll show you some footage in a bit. I'll piece together a little bit of footage from the weekend. The aim was to have 3 days, 2 nights out with the British Army command tent. Part of me thinks that really I shouldn't be the owner of a British Army command tent, but I'll come on to that in a few minutes. Went up to the Peak District. I got a relatively mild but inconspicuous campsite with an electric hookup. I thought I'd take a heater with me, some furniture, play a bit of radio, chill out in the canvas tent for a couple of days. However, I made one, maybe two key mistakes, which is the purpose of this video now. Okay, so obviously the first mistake I made is I didn't take any tea bags. And I should have known at that point, when I got there, that I had no tea bags, that actually things were going to go down bank pretty fast. But anyway, so that's the first mistake I made. I'll never do that again. The second mistake that I made was when I set the tent up and had the first night in the tent. The weather was pretty mild. It was chilly, it was damp. I got a heater on, it was really comfortable. And then on day 2, I had to come home because of family commitments and a few things of that nature. So I had to come home for a few hours, and then the aim was to go back to the tent and spend the second night. Now, when I left the campsite on that morning, just give me a second. Right, okay, I do apologise, the lighting is a bit wayward in here. Okay, so so I left the tent on the second day to come home to sort out a few things at home. What I didn't do is I didn't put the storm strap on the command tent. This is a strap that goes over the top of the tent and these humongous pegs you hammer down in. What I did do instead was I just pegged out all the guy ropes with medium-sized pegs. Because the weather was very mild, it was blue sky, you could hear the grass rustling in the breeze, and I thought, very nice, I'll go home, do a few jobs and then come back. When I came home, the weather had changed, and it changed pretty much quite dramatically. So, and you know what's going up now, when I got back to the campsite, the tent had gone over onto its side, which is just, it was, I mean, he could see my face. I was so angry at myself for making a stupid mistake and not putting a storm strap on. I'll never do that again. I'll never make that mistake again. What had happened is on the actual Army Command tent, you get 6 of these 3-way connectors where you put the poles that form the actual frame of the tent. One of these, because the wind had blown it over so much onto one leg, had snapped, and that had collapsed. The tent had gone up and the wind had got underneath it and flipped it over. So this weld on here had snapped off. It's actually, I don't know if you can see that, I might put a picture in. It had got rust inside the actual weld, so any pressure on that, and that snapped. So that was game over. So I ended up having to, luckily I'd only left some furniture inside the tent. All my possessions or my expensive stuff I'd taken back home with me, because I wasn't going to leave that in the tent anyway. So it was mostly my ground sheet, a couple of tables, a broken chair, which I'll mention in the video, and a broken, or a camp bed that had deflated. The seal had gone on it. So a few items that were going to get thrown away anyway were left inside. And just some bits and bobs that was just scattered about, but I felt really embarrassed and frustrated. So that was the end of that affair. So, really important lesson here, that if you are going to go out and go camping, do portable radio, whatever it is, and you're going into the autumn and even into the winter. I should know better. I've been camping through autumn and winter for numerous years now. I've camped in woodlands, I've camped bivvy bagged, camped during the peak winter, -12. I've done out, the sort of third and fourth season camping for a while, and I should know better. So I'm going to put the video together. The aim was to actually just try to use the radio inside my vehicle, but to connect it to the Surface Surface Go tablet from inside the tent, to try something out. So the video is the lead up to doing a little bit of radio, and then a disaster does happen. So enjoy the video, stay safe out there. For the next 3 days, I'm going to be mostly sleeping in a tent. Right, hello. So the tent's set up, and yes, it's the right way around. I'm just getting all the kit in. I'm here at this relatively empty campsite. I've been here before with my youngest in previous videos. I've got 3 days. I've got 3 days, 2 nights with the tent. So, bit of radio, some food. So, I've got more setup to do. I'm going to inflate the bed, I'm going to bring a chair in, I'm going to make a cup of tea. Oh, I've brought some tea bags. Tomorrow, I'm going to get some more provisions, so put that on the list, tea bags. Anything else on the list, put it in the comments below. I've got beer, so don't put that in the comments. So, yeah, I'm going to set up, and before the light goes, I'm going to just try and get a bit more filming of the setup. For those of you who don't follow me yet on Instagram, I'm using my Instagram account more. I'll put that link in the description below. So I'm going to put some photos on Instagram as well, maybe video as well. So, yeah, time to get set up before the rain comes in and it gets all splashy and wet. So the kindness of people, it's so good. The lady who runs this campsite, I mentioned to her that I had no tea bags because I'm a bit silly, and she's brought me some Yorkshire tea bags. Some would argue they are the best British tea bags. Yeah, I can't really argue against that. Good Yorkshire tea. So I'm going to get some water, put the kettle on, make a proper brew, and get set up. So for the radio tonight, I'm going to be using the I'm just going to keep it simple tonight. I can't be fighting with it. I'm going to use the IC705, which is in here. I might stick up a big antenna, I don't know yet. But I'm going to use it wirelessly. So keep it in the vehicle, and I'm going to operate using the Surface tablet there. I'm going to see if I can operate a little bit of digital. If I want to do any voice, I'll go into the truck and operate voice. But there's been a little bit of it, but there's been a fair bit of solar activity. The sun's given off some massive solar flares, so I think that might have destabilised things a little bit for radio, but we'll see anyway. If I can't get anything on this little thing, I might stick some wire in the air. I've got a drive over mast, put some wire and put it down there. Actually, what I might do tomorrow is actually bring bring lots of wire and see if we can make a longish antenna for low band. I might do that tomorrow. Anyway, right, I am going to get a brew. I've been saying this for the past hour and I haven't got one yet. I'm going to get a brew and then bring you all back later. Right. I'm pretty much set up in here. A little bit disappointed that it's so noisy with the traffic going past. It's making filming a bit more difficult as well. I'm going to get some food on the go in a minute. I'm doing a like a chicken thai. In fact, I might actually start it now and I can slow cook it. Chicken, red Thai paste, lots of coriander, and some coconut milk. Hopefully they brought that. Quite simple really. Just slow cook that in the cast iron. I'll do that. I've got a cider, that's what I'll do as well. I've not tried HF radio yet. I've been just busy messing about in here and chilling out, but I've had a contact on the local repeater, so the R finder is working. Again, with this, it's a case of SM, yeah. With this, it's a case of rebooting it and restarting the phone, restarting the app, and then the radio will switch on. Whereas when I first tried it early on, I couldn't get anything from it. So that is working. I've had a chat with Brian. Thank you, Brian. Yep. So next is just to get some food on the go.
And you're about readability 3 to 4. It's about readability 3 to 4 days. So
it's got the coriander in, coconut milk, and these are just mild chilies. Lots and lots of coriander. Almost a full pack of coriander in there. Right, good morning. I stopped filming last night because it was getting a bit boring for you guys just to see me just rattle about in the tent. I had a pretty decent sleep. 2 equipment failures. The chair that I've had this year, it is no more. It's just not built well enough. And then another cheap item that I bought last year was the inflatable mattress that hasn't survived a cold night. It got down. It was above freezing, but it was a chilly night. There was a wind blowing. Super warm in here though when this heater's on. Got the kettles on. I need to do. You have to keep tidying up in a space like this, or else it just gets in an absolute mess. I've got the Icon radios on in the vehicle. I'm just gonna have a little listen around on the band. I can operate it from the computer here using the computer mic, but it's not that good. What I might do is what I ought to do is bring the Bluetooth headset I've got for it, which I haven't got with me today. However, I can also do WSJTX and do or I might even do some JS8 call as well. Actually, I'll see if we can get JS8 call working on this. That'd be cool. So I'm gonna have a brew, have some porridge, and try out have a listen around on the band, see what's going on. It doesn't visually, it doesn't look that exciting at the moment, but I'll have a listen about, and I'll bring you guys back in a bit.